Before we begin, I just want to state, please know not to expect a tip after the delivery to the customer who may not want to give you anything whatsoever. Unfortunately, some things and sometimes go that way. You don't know, so be smart out there. Accept orders that show the full pay up front as reasonable. Accept from that angle only if at all possible in your situation, and reject the orders that are just not up to your standard. Well, my goodness, look at this laser-filled mobile type of three-wheeled maneuvering thing on the roadway. Real nice, lights up and everything. I know that you can purchase stuff like this, but I don't know what you call it. Okay, gonna begin this evening shift from about 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. or so. Gonna go out and see if I can make some bonus points and dollars here to go with the Uber Eats, so that's my primary focus at this time, and see what we can do. Because if we do 10 trips in about 4 hours from 5 to 9, we could potentially make an extra $25. So let's go for it. So I actually ended up waiting around from 5 to 5:15. So even with 15 minutes gone, that'll leave me with 3 hours, 45 minutes as part of the bonus to try to reach as many orders out of 10 as I can. So I'm going to go for it, but I just wasn't going to take horrible orders, $3 or $4 or $5 to go 6, 7, 8, 9 miles. You don't want to defeat the purposes in the beginning by just trying to break even and playing from behind. You want to wait for the better, offers if possible. So begin out with an order and pay from Raising Cane's because they're so quick. I don't mind starting out that way. You order, you practically pick it up before you can put your cart away. They're so fast sometimes. But for $6.07 to go 21 minutes and about 3 miles, that's acceptable to begin. And then after that, when that was finished, it was Chipotle Mexican Grill, $7.50 to go 2.4 miles. So that's a 3-for-1, $3 to a mile for 16 minutes. And I'll just keep it moving. And I'm able to finish both of those before 6, even though I started at 5:15. So we're off to a good start. And we're off to a good one. I mean, just another one kind of right after there, about 5:47 or so, I picked up the $6.12 for 2.8 miles for 18 minutes or so, the Chick-Fil-A local. So I'll go ahead and grab that one and delivered that one. I was done there about 6:05 or so, so just a little bit over an hour and under active hour for 3 orders. So again, off to a nice beginning. Oh, I'll tell you, boy, oh boy, this is one that you shouldn't probably do. I can't recommend it, but I passed on a couple ones coming up here that it's basically, 1.5 miles, dollars per mile or better. I mean, I have $12.82 to go 7 miles, and it takes you under half an hour, and it's part of the challenges also, so you can earn more money later, but I pass on it because the 7 miles out is a little bit further than I'd like to go. Directly out, maybe it's 4 or 5 miles if you ignore loops and different things. But still, I was looking for a more perfect order, but I can't recommend doing that, especially when you're after that bonus money. Take what you can when you can. And the next one I passed because it was going the opposite direction. And again, it was kind of out 4 miles, almost directly, not a straight line, but very little curb. So it was out there for 20 minutes, 4 miles, and $10.78. So this one may be even better, dollar per mile ratio plus less time to do it. I just wanted to stay close and to see, since it's dinner time, give things a chance to play out. But those 2 orders came in that first 5 minutes or so. So I was sitting around 5 minutes, but then one around 6:10 or so for a Thai place. It was a Thai food, $13, 27 minutes for 6.7 miles. So that was good, and it kind of brings me back in the area where I have to go out to pick it up and then come back. I was just looking for that type of thing, but real chancy, real risky, especially, you could be harming yourself more than anything. So just be careful and be sure you understand what holding off on orders means. Now, here was a very, very good one. It turned out real good. $6.82 for 3.3 miles. That's a 2-for-1 short trip, 17 minutes, but I'm trying to build into the challenge to pick up a beer from a 7-Eleven. I didn't know I was picking up anything of that related, just one thing, but they didn't ask for ID, and Uber Eats didn't tell me it was alcohol, so that's okay. Everything's okay. It'll usually say alcohol if you need to show your ID, or you need to verify customers, really well or something. Anyway, the customer gave me $5 extra because I said, I went back into the store after getting out of the store. I didn't know if the beer was the exact kind. I couldn't find the label on it anywhere. And the customer said, "No, yeah, that's fine, everything." So I guess they appreciated that, my double checking. I let them know that because I was just a hand it to them type of order. So I was able to talk about it a little bit. And they were so appreciative, they gave me $11.82 for that 3.3 miles. So that one worked out really good, over $3 per mile. And then again, it only took 20 minutes or less. So that one was just fine. And then immediately afterwards, I accepted a Chick-fil-A, $10.23 for 6 miles, under half an hour. And that one was okay. It was part of a strip mall area, the Chick-fil-A, so it takes a little bit of time. And of course, they're real busy and everything. But with them, they're good because you walk in the store. And I don't know if every Chick-fil-A is like this, but on the you don't need to talk to anyone because they'll put it on the holder, the rack for Uber Eats and DoorDash and all of that. So you can look for your name of the customer there and then grab it from there and go. And then I do want to state that as a tip, when it could be a slower restaurant, let's say Chick-fil-A is real busy in your parts, or it's a McDonald's, for example, and they take a while because they're super busy. If you know a restaurant is slower or a diner and you're far away enough from it and you're ending the how do I say this? You're ending the last part of the order that you're on, the last mile or so, and the Uber Eats wants to be pushy and show you new offers before you're even done with the current offer. But that being the case, if you know the restaurant's kind of slow and it's a drive to get there, 3, 4, 5 miles, you could think to yourself, you know what, the pay is okay, the mileage is okay, even though I know this is real slow, by the time I get there, that should give them plenty enough time to finish, whether it's one of those two restaurants or somewhere else. And that was my thinking with accepting that Chick-fil-A offer, because it was a little bit of a drive and I was nearing or finishing up with that other one. I said, well, this will take a little time to get to. And by the time I get there, it'll be fine. Plus, they have that rack. You don't need to talk to, busy employees. They just set it on that outside rack that Chick-fil-A has for the incoming driver individuals who come to receive that order. So, it's that simple. And if you think about critically some of these finer points, it can make you that much faster of a driver. And in this type of field, holding on to that 5 and 10 minutes of your time per hour, with the average little things in like this and thoughts is really worth that extra order per hour that you can get, and far worth it, especially if you do this regularly part-time or want to tend towards full-time hours. I could have accepted a Raising Cane's right when I was finished with Chick-fil-A. Same apartment bill. I ended up going to apartments. But since these apartments were so high and it's troublesome to get in through the gate and other things, I didn't want to slow my bonus time down that way. So I was waiting for a better offer since it's the dinner rush, dinner time. But I could have accepted Raising Cane's 4 miles for $9, and it would have been okay, taking less than half an hour, as the thing says. I just wanted to kind of get back to some reasonable standard, like 1, stay away from the apartments if I could, and 2, towards more diners. So that's what I was thinking. So shortly after, I did take a 54th Street order for about the same amount of time, 33 minutes, but for, I'm sorry, no, the 54th Street is like, let's see here, it's $8.50 for 3.9 miles. 2 for 1, a little bit less money, 20 minutes though, and then I get to stay kind of in the area I'm at. So I went ahead and did that. So doing really well on time. From 5 to 9 is the challenge, and it's 7:43. So, and you remember I started late too, 5:15 or so, so that in this time period before 8 even, I finished 7 of the 10 trips. So I've got a bonus so far of $10.50, and we'll keep it going to come up with a last $14.50 if I can hit 3 trips and by 9 o'clock. So really trying to do that. Yeah, and so I got a Popeyes order that go 25 minutes, 6.7 miles for $10 and a half. Go ahead and take that as quickly as I can and just keep it moving. And since the time is a crunch at 8:13 or so, I need a couple more orders. So I'm going to go ahead and take a $6 one to go 6 miles for 25 minutes from Whataburger. By the time I get there, it should be ready, and it's taking me kind of back in the same direction as my origination. So I'll go ahead and go for that one. While that's going on, the extra one came in, and I grabbed real quick, which would make 10 orders out of 10 by 9 o'clock. So at 8:17, I got it ordered for $7.64 to go 2.4 miles, so a good $3 to 1 mile ratio for 17 minutes, and add on from Taco Cabana right near the Whataburger place. So I go ahead and do that. So the shift went really well. I mean, after that, I did 1 or 2 orders, and one of them was I actually did do 12 orders from 5 to like 9:30 or so. I finished up, and that's really great. I mean, basically, that's just right under 3 orders per hour. So I hit the goals, I hit the standards. I got all the bonus money, $25. Then I took a Chick-Fil-A, was one of the last ones, 7.5 to go 3.4 miles for 19 minutes back to my origination source. So ended up real nice. So completed all the bonuses for $25, and that put my hourly rate above $28 because I was able to do that on a Wednesday, on a Wednesday PM hours. So that's really nice for a little outing there. That's well over $100 for the 4 hours plus. Yeah, and good for these parts. I mean, not the busiest place either, kind of suburbs and urban place kind of mixed up a little bit. But yes, very nice shift. So, another big tip is, when those Uber Eats promotions are running, you look ahead on your promotions tab and you notice that you think about, well, what do I average per hour in orders? I guess maybe a decent one is 2 orders per hour. And if you think like that and say, well, if I do 2, I can hit maybe 8 if I accept pretty good, not any random, junk orders that are going to hurt me more than help. But if I can do 8 per hour, get at least 8 of those 10 for the bonus money. So if I know my hourly rate and I can just add, $6, $10, $12, whatever it is, onto that and divide it by the hours worked, those 4 hours from like 5 to 9, or whenever your promotion periods are, then you can kind of figure out your hourly rate. And for that, I mean, you'll need pencil and paper or a calculator, a little bit of math skill. But those are very important to figure into your, if you can, go for those promotion periods, especially in the current day when prices on vehicles and upkeep and the cost just to make it function are, higher than in the past. And with inflation or other factors involved, those extra dollars can mean a good deal if you make it more of a habit. So thank you for joining and listening in to the Dark Biscuits program today. Just driving through the local neighborhoods a little bit in the late hours. Oh, I guess it's around 9 p.m. or so. The thing is that there's Christmas lights still in some of the houses, and boy, they're real late, I guess, and pulling that down. It's March now, so. But anyway, a nice quiet drive. And of course, I want to thank you for visiting and viewing or listening to the video here with the tips and ways to think about how to go about things. Hopefully this helps some. Things you may not think about maybe pop up when you're listening to some advice here from Dark Biscuits. And, we'll work on bringing some more content possibly. So thank you for stopping by again.